All right. Shiz and Jan here. Day before. You know what? A little bit over 12 hours until the Pokemon Presents.
Yep.
We are going to be a little bit late watching it. Just a little bit tomorrow. But, yeah. So we're doing this early to make some predictions. I think it's roughly like 38 minutes. Pretty long one. But we do have to keep in mind world champion whatever the hell is going on right now. So that will probably be a part of it, like a significant portion of it. A lot of anniversaries are being celebrated. We're obviously in the middle of the Unite 2-year anniversary, right, or whatever.
Correct.
A lot of movies have their anniversary going on right now. We have the DLC 1. We need to get like significant news on that. Like, I don't see why you would do this and not have news on it. Like, we have to be getting a date bare minimum. But I do think we probably get a little bit more as well. Like, we'll probably see some of the speculated new evolutions or new Pokemon that will be coming with it outside of the legendary Pokemon. But yeah, I guess any predictions on your end?
Well, I mean, like you said, they're going to probably start with Worlds, right, for Pokemon.
Right.
To talk about like the tournaments going on. I'm assuming something for Unite. Maybe they give us like a date for Blaziken. That'll be kind of nice.
True.
You know,
well,
maybe talk about something else.
Have they officially given a date for Mewtwo Y yet, or no?
No, but I'm assuming maybe they'll mention that. I'm assuming it's going to be next.
They have to. Yeah. So they probably
it has
will.
to be next week.
Feels like a lot of this is going to be Mewtwo heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, two big things, obviously. You know, the fact that the present thing had a little glitch graphic on it, which was very reminiscent of like one of the presents they had back in 2020, which also featured a Mewtwo raid. So, wow, I wonder if it's going to be the Mewtwo Terror raid that we've been waiting for, and we know it at this point that it is.
Yeah.
Blood In, Blood Out is having the 30 Annie. Wow. You know, I was watching a show called That Fool. I think, or is it? No, This Fool. I'm sorry, This Fool. Bro, I think you would like it. They do mention Blood In, Blood Out at one point. Made me think of you. Whole show made me think of you because you a fucking fool. Anyway, thanks for interrupting our prediction video, bro.
Yeah, if you want to come into our if you want to come into our Twitch chat and bash Ro, twitch.tv/BrothCindy.
It's free.
Yeah, so I would say I expect something with Unite, you know. I'd be a little disappointed if they were just like Mewtwo Y's coming out in a week. Or like if they were like, you know, we have Blaziken coming out next week, you know, and then it's kind of like just leave it at that. Because I feel like if they're gonna do anything else, well, I feel like if they do anything else with Unite besides like announce Pokemon launch dates,
right,
it'll be something that's gonna upset the community, which is gonna be like another apology because they issued an apology about Zacian last week, and then they dropped Mewtwo, and people are really complaining about how OP like they nerfed Mewtwo again today. I just saw
and preemptively nerfed the Mewtwo Y.
And why, and I looked at someone's video, just look at the comments, I haven't watched it yet, and they were like, Mewtwo got nerfed from 110k damage a game to just 100k damage per game, so he got really, really quite worse than he was before. So I think they won't do anything else with Unite. For Scarlet and Violet, I'm assuming that they're going to announce a date for the first DLC. Maybe other Terror raids, I guess, that are going to be coming. Hey, Anna Pasir.
Thank you.
An absolute legend. An absolute queen. How about that? If you want to be an absolute queen, please come and sub to our channel. But I was telling Tony in our pre-Discord chat that I saw somewhere on the internet, on the interwebs, that Pokemon Home is getting a pretty significant update tomorrow. Yeah, palm down, Maki. Pokemon Home is getting a pretty big update. Now, it could be like a preemptive update for the Pokemon that are going to be eligible to come into Scarlet and Violet by the time the first DLC drops. But I'm kind of hoping it's something else. Like we can bring in other Pokemon sooner just to let us, mess with more Pokemon. I doubt it will be that. I'm assuming it's going to be a preemptive patch, but a man can dream. So,
Yeah,
what about
I
you? What
mean-
do you think we're getting?
I feel like, yeah, because like the data mine of the Pokemon that can transfer over is already in Scarlet and Violet right now, of the DLC. Like we already have the full list. It's like 219 or 290 something. It's probably not 290, but I think it's 219 Pokemon. We are gonna have all the starters back, finally in a game. Thank God. Not all the legendaries though, which I know is very disappointing for you, Mr. Shiny Zeraora. But that could obviously change at some point. You know that like they could just tweak the data. But as of right now, the data shows. At this point, we'll pretty much have every Pokemon on Switch. Not necessarily Scarlet and Violet, but on Switch, except for Furfrou. You know, the dog that you can change its hair. Which I guess, you know, that's a significant part of Pokemon Go now, is that, hey, all around the world you could get this stupid dog and whatever. Ignoring all that, Rocket League is now fully updated. But, yeah, I think... Because I didn't look into the specifics of the home update either, so it could just be nothing. It could just be... But we did just have a maintenance last week, on the 3rd.
We did. We did.
So that is very interesting that there's a scheduled one around the time of the present, which is also how we found out about the present in advance. Yes, Jan is still in his scrubs.
Yes. I forgot to change.
Only his pants came off. But
so that actually is true.
I know him so well.
That's
right. Yeah, because of Master Sex, Pokemon Master Sex, we found out about the present being on the 8th because Nimona was supposed to come to Master EX soon, but by the the timeline of when it should have came out is delayed to August 8th, which is how people figured out, hey, that's probably when the present is going to happen. And then in the data mine data, it showed Pokemon present in the data.
Yeah.
So that's how we knew weeks in advance that it was very likely that we were getting it tomorrow. And hey, lo and behold, we did. That I say all that to say maybe some news that we get could also coincide with it. With the leak of Mewtwo official, like we saw the picture of Mewtwo being a psychic terror raid. There was also a picture of the Pokemon trading card game, which is the assumption that that is finally going to be on NSO. And then I think they announced Stadium a while ago, and then we've just been waiting for them to officially do it. Maybe they do that. And I think I said this earlier as well, that maybe the home thing, instead of, hey, maybe they're not going to have red, blue, yellow, whatever on NSO yet, but you can connect your home to Stadium as a way to get your Pokemon into that game. I think that could be an interesting workaround. But I preferably would love to see red, yellow, and blue finally come to NSO. I think that would be a great way to, you know, we got rid of the freaking eShop for the 3DS, and now there's no realistic way to get those games without busting your freaking wallet open for a physical copy. So I think it's we're past due on getting these on NSO, but we'll see. I don't think we do get them tomorrow. I think the Stadium thing is more likely to happen though. I think that would be their workaround of it, of like, hey, okay, we're not gonna give you this, but you can get your Pokemon through that. Yeah,
that sounds right to me.
Yeah. In terms of anything else, I don't think we get any new titles announced. If anything, it may be like a remake or a remaster. I know some people are hoping for Mystery Dungeon stuff. I don't think so, but we'll see. They'll say, hey, are you playing Pokemon Sleep? No. I found a new reason to wake up in the morning. I don't expect the next game to be announced until after the second DLC is out. So that would we would probably hear about, and again, the assumption is either Legends Kyurem or some sort of Gen 5 game that's not a remake, but it's something new. We would probably hear about that on Pokemon Day in February. Because we are, like, if you really think about it, we're really close to February in terms of the timeline of things being released. Like, we have DLC 1 presumably September, and then DLC 2 should latest December. We'll see. Yeah, so here's hoping the trailer for DLC 1 is very nice, and we will definitely get a release date. I don't see how we don't. I guess no really any other predictions beyond that.
Nope.
So, all right. Any closing shit? Because since you might not be, you may or may not
since
be
I
here to
more than
react.
likely will not be here. I would say the biggest surprise to me would be if that Pokemon Home update was more than just maintenance, like if it was or preparation for the upcoming DLC. You know, because it would make all the sense in the world to me for them to update Pokemon Home a month in advance in anticipation for the DLC dropping next month, rather than them doing both the Home update and the Scarlet and Violet DLC drop on the same day. Although maybe that would be like a bank error in our favor, and all of a sudden my Zeraora can come and play in Scarlet for a day. You know, that would be amazing. Yeah. Even if he gets deleted afterwards. You know what? If he's deleted, out of sight, out of mind.
Bro, I think you would scream. I think you would fucking scream, bro.
I'd scream in happiness, like a banshee, because I would never have to deal, because he's just withering away. Bro, you know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna try to import him into Scarlet, and it's gonna say you can't import dead Pokemon, because he's been in there unfed for years. So, no, I would be
He's your only Tamagotchi Pokemon. That's it.
I mean, even if I can't bring in Zeraora tomorrow, if they were like, hey, we're doing this home update, and by the end of it, however long it takes, 6 hours, 12 hours, 6 years, if they're like, at the end of it, you can add in more Pokemon, these are the ones you can add in, that would be great. I would really like that. Just to bring in more Pokemon, make more competitive builds, because I think the majority of us that are still playing Scarlet and Violet, even if it's on a super, super casual basis, like, you know, like I am basically right now, like just doing Terra raids here and there, we're all at like 999 large candies, and then you make another Pokemon, and then like in the blink of an eye, you're at 999 again. So it would be nice to bring in more Pokemon, get them to level 100, you know, just to breathe some more life into the game. So that's my hope. My other hope is they announce Blaziken for September 1.
Don't worry, bro. They got you.
That's what I would really hope for. So, what about for you? Closing thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited. I just really want that DLC one as soon as possible. Like, crazy announcement for me is, hey, we're doing it end of August instead of, surprise. We actually were able to, but I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, The assumption is that it wouldn't be any later than some point of September. If it's beyond that, that would be honestly a surprise, because October, you have Super Mario Wonder coming out. I think it's October. If I remember correctly. I feel like there's something big for Nintendo coming out in October. They do have a very stacked lineup, and they're usually good about spacing it out well enough to not, let something get swept up unless they're doing it on purpose. Like everything 1-2 Switch. Like the sequel for 1-2 Switch that came out. They specifically were like, no, this game is awful. We gotta get it out. We gotta get it out of here. So, big hope is that we get it a lot sooner, but my realistic expectation is September. And hopefully, I don't know, maybe the Mewtwo raid starts Thursday, because they're usually our Thursday afternoon raid, so we'll see. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So I guess we'll upload this, and tomorrow we will have our reaction. Or I will have my reaction. It depends on what happens, but...
Yeah, I mean, I would love to, but,
It's not looking good with the...
I know, unfortunately.
With the no pants situation, so...
That's right. I can't find my pants.
Until next time.
One pair of pants in the comments.
He needs the pants, please. We need a sponsorship from Levi's. All right. That's the end of this video.